life any love that I've found, any spiritual truth. And that's where I stumble a lot. You know, I stumble a lot in that realm. I get my lines, I don't have my lines down. I work on my diction, I work on my blocking, you know, I have problems with that. And I definitely mix up my current lines with earlier scripts. I was thinking one place I bring my moments of love to the real world and joining faith in works, joining faith with works in through sharing spiritual mind treatment in the Friday candle lighting service. So it's really a blend of magic in a moment of theater joining with the real world, because we use story and symbols and tradition to connect in a moment of faith where we really connect with each other and comfort. We really comfort one another. So we sing sweet songs, and there's a bit of poetry reading, and there are stories that we read. And we do a treatment for everybody that's there who wants a treatment said. So later tonight, our group is going to sing 2 songs that everyone present at the Friday candle lighting service sings. And we're going to sing those for you tonight. And right now, I'm going to read you something that I read at the last Friday candle lighting about bringing love into the real world, where faith and works are joined. Because where there are problems, there can be prayer. And where there is connection, there can be love. And where there are tears, there can be comfort. This is from The Little Prince. As you recall, the Little Prince came from his planet, his asteroid, where he had had problems with a flower that he loved. And he met the aviator whose plane had crashed in the Sahara, and the aviator was running out of drinking water. And on the 5th day, it turned out that the secret of the Little Prince's life was revealed to me, said the aviator. He said, abruptly, without anything to lead up to it, and as if the question had been born of long and silent meditation on his problem, he demanded, a sheep, if it eats little bushes, does it eat flowers too? A sheep, I answered, eats anything it finds in its reach. Even flowers that have thorns? Yes, even flowers that have thorns. Then the thorns, what use are they? I did not know. At that moment, I was very busy trying to unscrew a bolt that had got stuck in my engine. I was very worried, for it was becoming clear to me that the breakdown of my plane was extremely serious, and I had so little drinking water left that I had to fear the worst. The thorns, what use are they? The Little Prince never let go of a question once he had asked it. As for me, I was upset over that bolt, and I answered with the first thing that came into my head. The thorns are of no use at all. Flowers have thorns just for spite. Oh! There was a moment of complete silence. Then the Little Prince splashed back at me with a kind of resentfulness. I don't believe you. Flowers are weak creatures. They are naive. They reassure themselves as best they can. They believe that their thorns are terrible weapons. I did not answer. At that instant, I was saying to myself, if this bolt still won't turn, I'm going to knock it out with a hammer. Again, the Little Prince disturbed my thoughts. And you actually believe that the flowers... Oh, no, I cried. No, I don't believe anything. I answered you with the first thing that came into my head. Don't you see, I am very busy with matters of consequence. He stared at me, thunderstruck. Matters of consequence. He looked at me there with my hammer in my hand, my fingers black with engine grease, bending down over an object which seemed to him extremely ugly. You talk just like the grown-ups. That made me a little ashamed. But he went on relentlessly. You mix everything up together, you confuse everything. He was really very angry. He tossed his golden curls in the breeze. I know a planet, he said, where there is a certain red-faced gentleman. He has never smelled a flower. He has never looked at a star. He has never loved anyone. He has never done anything in his life but add up figures. And all day he says over and over, just like you, I am busy with matters of consequence. And that makes him swell up with pride. But he is not a man. He is a mushroom. What? A mushroom. The little prince was now white with rage. The flowers have been growing thorns for millions of years. For millions of years, the sheep have been eating them just the same. And is it not a matter of consequence to try to understand why the flowers go to so much trouble to grow thorns which are never of any use to them? Is the warfare between the sheep and the flowers not important? Is this not of more consequence than a red-faced gentleman's sums? And if I know, I myself, one flower which is unique in all the world, which grows nowhere but on my planet, but which one little sheep can destroy in a single bite some morning without even noticing what he is doing, oh, you think that is not important? His face turned from white to red as he continued. If someone loves a flower, of which just one single blossom grows in all the millions and millions of stars, it is enough to make him happy just to look at the stars. He can say to himself, somewhere, my flower is there. But if the sheep eats the flower, in one moment, all his stars will be darkened. And you think that is not important. He could not say anything more. His words were choked with sobbing. The night had fallen. I had let my tools drop from my hands. Of what moment now was my hammer, my bolt, or thirst, or death? On one star, one planet, my planet, the Earth, there was a little prince to be comforted. I took him in my arms and rocked him. I said to him, the flower that you love is not in danger. I will draw you a muzzle for your sheep. I will draw you a railing to put around your flower. I did not know what to say to him. I felt awkward and blundering. I did not know how I could reach him, where I could overtake him and go on hand in hand with him once more. It is such a secret place, the land of tears.